Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me.
Welcome to Listen to I Maiden, baby. I'm Ash from South Wales.
I'm Ante from New South Wales.
My name is Bruce and I can fly a plane. Looks like Steve turned up his bass again. Dave's solos are a crazy mess. Nico speeds up and now Adrian says no. Play slow, you cunt. No. It's too fucking fast, you prick.
Perfect.
I thought that was pretty good.
Nailed it.
Welcome, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. It's getting
Yeah.
it's cold. It's warm.
What's
it's
it?
cold.
Your t-shirt's got a cobra on it. A cobra.
Cobra Kai, never die.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't really mean anything.
I've got a mint green Adidas hoodie on.
Ooh, it is a nice mint green, isn't it?
Great conversation for an audio-only podcast.
Right.
Anyway, mate.
So what are you wearing today?
Oh, yeah. What are you wearing?
What aren't we wearing?
Don't touch my foot again.
Okay.
Anyway, mate, so we got an email. Let's start with an email.
Ooh.
The fans, man. The fucking fans.
Mail, motherfucker.
Mail, motherfucker.
Yay.
Mate, this guy's name, Garrison Sturgis.
I wouldn't fuck with him.
Never.
Wow.
Anyway, he says, amazing podcast.
Yep.
All right.
Cheers.
I recently got into listening to Iron Maiden heavily through Ghost. There you go, guys. Now, for the guys out there, Maiden fans who are knocking Ghost, Ghost are influenced very much by Iron Maiden.
Mhm.
They are bringing people to the, to the fan base.
They got a great look.
Yes, and a great sound.
Mhm.
Well, I like it. But it doesn't match, when you look at what they look like and what they sound like.
Right.
It's like
yeah.
Mortis. Do you ever see Mortis?
No.
Google Mortis, Parasite God. The guy looks like Marilyn Manson, but like 10 times more. He looks like a genuine, like Gollum guy. And it's like this like weird like trance music.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's the Parasite God. It's really weird. You're like, what?
Wow.
He's being Kerrang all the time. And I was like, that guy must be in the heaviest band ever. And he wasn't. I was like, it didn't match it.
Nice.
Anyway, Ghost, yeah. Because to me, some of their songs had a sound like Iron Maiden. Not to mention Phantom of the Opera, which, they did cover
That's
recently.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which until I found it on their 1980 album, I had no idea it was one of their songs. Oh God, people are like, what? I have been looking for a podcast that goes into Iron Maiden, talking about the band and the music. Just want to say that I'm really glad I found your podcast because it is what I was looking for. Exactly.
Nice.
That's what I mean, man. This podcast is just about people who are, looking into the band. Let's check them out. You don't need to go through hours and hours of DVDs and stuff like that, which, I paid for. Just listen to the podcast. You are Ante. Everyone is you.
Yeah. That just made me feel warm inside.
Thank you, Garrison Sturgis.
Yeah.
So I think Mr. Garrison from South Park. I'm a woman.
Where's Garrison from?
He doesn't say. Garrison Sturgis, where are you from? He doesn't say anything. I guess he's got to be American, right?
I don't know, but with a name like that, mystery man, don't mess with him.
Let us know, Garrison, where you're from. I guarantee it's either Canada or America.
Anyway, back to the music.
So we are currently covering up to the old Die With Your Boots On, The Trooper, Flight of Icarus, Revelations,
Yep.
that old one, that old album. And last week we hit on The Trooper. Now, I feel in a ways that, we should give more time and how awesome The Trooper is. But at the same time, what can you say about it, right? There's no more you can say.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's The Trooper.
Yeah. But I did remember that in my times on the internet, I have found a lot of fun things which made me laugh about The Trooper.
Ooh,
So let me play you one,
intense.
right? This is a guy called, I think it's Dagistick. His name is Dagistick. It's on YouTube. Just literally type in funny The Trooper, you'll find him.
Yep.
And this is his version of The Trooper. So it's all done on like the computer, right? It still sounds good though, right?
Yeah.
Right, but when his voice comes in, you crack it up, man.
my life, but I'll take yours too. You'll fire your musket, but I run you through. So when you're waiting for the next attack, you better stand. There's no turning back. The bugle sounds, the charge begins. But on this battlefield, no one wins. The smell of acrid smoke and the horse's breath.
I think it was the best part.
As I plunge on into certain
There you
death.
go.
All right, that's enough of that.
Painful. That.
Hilarious, right? I don't know why. I just, like just searching through Iron Maiden in my life, just found random covers of stuff, and I'm like, that always made me
No,
laugh.
seriously, what makes like I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it.
Fuck it,
Like,
why not?
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny. And another thing I love, right, is there's reaction channels, right? Now, Ante, you have a podcast called The Waiting Room.
Yep.
Which is, if anyone wants to know, we do live in Japan. Ante has a podcast with his friend about, about talking about Japan and stuff that's happening, and doing reactions to stuff. And there's this really good reaction channel. Now, in a way, it's kind of old news now. Like, for example, hip hop guys listen to metal kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this guy, it's called Lost in Vegas, and it's two like these Black American guys, and they're really, really cool.
Yeah.
But they do listen to a lot of metal, and for some reason they hate Maiden.
Oh, really?
They love other ones, but they really don't like Maiden.
Oh,
And it's one of
okay.
those things where, like, when you listen to they did the Trooper,
Yeah.
and the thing about Iron Maiden fans is that people really get triggered by people disrespecting this. These guys say they don't like Bruce's voice. They say it's repetitive, shit like that.
I'd
So-
say it's trained.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds straight. Just listen to their little review, right? It's just hilarious.
We appreciated Hollow Be Thy Name, but we didn't necessarily like the song.
One thing I will say though, if I was going to war, this is the song I'd want.
Right.
I will say it feels a little repetitive to me. It just feels like it's the same sort of groove and loop.
Yeah.
You could
You
just
know
hear
what
the
I
Maiden
mean?
fans like,
That's what I'm getting from here. And then his voice to me isn't. It's not that his voice sounds bad. It's intense, but it almost comes off bland. Like I hear the intensity, but I'm not hearing
Right?
sort of a melody that's really grabbing me. It's I feel like it's more about just truly just a charge on the battlefield
Right,
versus,
right.
so it's almost like I'm screaming to rile up the troops, but from a musical standpoint, it doesn't. I don't hear any melody that seems to.
You can
to
hear the
grab me.
Maiden
Right.
fan.
And I'm hearing
going
notes in
crazy.
here where I'm like, okay,
I'm
that
cringing.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Right.
But then when the more intense his voice gets, I feel like the more bland.
Bland.
It's like,
Yeah. Okay. Great musicians.
Yeah, man.
Great. I mean, I cannot stress that enough.
okay, so like I said,
Great musicians, shit vocals.
yeah.
Said who?
Right? Yeah. And I love reading the comment section because it's just all triggered Maiden fans going, And like I said, I think, everyone's entitled to their opinion. You can't like everything, but it's really funny because like when I think of the Trooper, I always think of this video. It's called Lost in Vegas, and they do a lot of reviews, and the Trooper, because they just battered it basically. You can see when they listen to it, they're not enjoying it.
Bland Bruce.
Right?
Any word.
I
like,
know. I can never imagine that. Yeah. But I always enjoyed
Ooh.
that. And you got to love this mashup.
They told him, don't you ever cover up him. Just wanna see your face, you better.
This
Yes.
is old as fuck, but it's fucking great.
I haven't heard it. Love it.
Great.
And their words are really clear, so beat it. Just beat it. You better run, you better do
Come
it.
on, Michael.
This, yeah.
Don't be a macho man.
It fucking works so well.
Just better do what you can, so beat it. But you gonna be bad, just beat it. Beat it. Don't know what to beat it. Show 'em how fun you
I am tempted to play this weekend at Monsters of Rock on
You-
DJing.
That's right. Ante's also a DJ.
I try.
And you got to play that, man. It's fucking sick as fuck, right?
That would, yeah, I
Yeah.
think I might do it, man.
It's really good.
Yeah.
They even have like, in Beat It, that's in the background as well. You can hear it. It's really, really
man.
cool. Yeah, it's very good.
That's impressive.
Like I said, the best things in life always get imitated or, just totally taken to shreds.
Yes.
Trooper is so good that even Michael Jackson, well, I wouldn't say that he sounds better than Bruce, but like him singing over it is like, it's so fucking good. Like I was like, oh, I like both versions, but I'm just joking. It's all fun.
Mm.
Like I just wanted to play those because I just want to show you, like, it's just the Trooper deserves its own it's in its own planet in terms of good songs,
Oh, definitely.
and it's easy to forget that. Maiden fan.
Fuck off, don't be a twat.
Okay, first. Yeah. So let's have some news. Quick
Yeah.
news. I saw recently that Nico McBrain is back. You know, he had a stroke and he's come back. You know, the last year.
Mhm.
He was playing drums with basically what is like the Royal Marines Orchestra,
Okay.
and they did a medley of the Trooper, Wasted Years, and Run to the Hills.
Well, I like a good medley.
Yeah, it's the Mountbatten Festival of Music. It's a fundraiser for the Marines and like the Navy in UK for charities and things like that. And yeah, Nico is sounding really good. So let's listen to Nico playing with the British soldiers. It's just Nico playing drums with them. It's so random.
If any vocals were bland when it came to the Trooper, though.
Right? Exactly. You just stole my joke.
Sorry. Quick little segue, though, in other music news.
What?
Talking of drummers, so apparently Slipknot have got a new drummer. Apparently.
You mentioned this before the podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't care then, and I don't care now.
Oh, that's just harsh, man. Well, I'm just going to go off it now.
I'm
Stop it.
joking. I have no idea. Mate, I only got into Slipknot for one album, Iowa, and after that I hadn't checked out. I have no idea who is it the same members in the band?
I don't know. You're just going to go stand in the corner while I just talk about it now.
How dare you? Don't
Not
bring up
for long
Slipknot
anyway.
on an I Maiden podcast, mate.
It's music news.
Guy, Iron Maiden news. Oh,
Sorry.
God, connected to Iron Maiden right now.
Well, I did because we were talking about a drummer and I already connected to a
Fuck,
new
you
drummer.
did.
Oh, one step ahead of you.
This guy's good.
I know, eh?
Damn it, he's good.
Fuck off, don't be a twat.
But yeah, apparently the news hasn't been announced, but everybody says it's the drummer from Sepultura.
I see. Sepultura. Whatever. I mean, like Slipknot needed. They all play the backing tracks anyway. Fuck them.
That'd be right, yeah.
Iron Maiden don't. You can tell because the timing and fluctuation of tempos goes up and down. And bringing it back to Nico, the beginning of the tour, the future past tour right now, like the first couple of concerts, you can see Adrian Smith looking at him like, you fucking fucked it. You fucked up too much. You gotta love it. Iron Maiden alive, man. Live. Anyway, bloody Ante. Disrailing my thought with Slipknot. Moshers.
How about Sepultura?
They scream.
You don't like Sepultura?
I think I've listened to like one album,
One album?
Roots or something like that, a long time ago. Didn't grab me, but the Cougars.
I was about to say. Yeah. Fair enough.
Anyway, so back to the bloody music with this bloody guy.
Fuck off, don't be a twat.
Someone said it again, mate. So you know that since Nico's joined the band, I just got some fun like little clips of him.
Yeah.
Just forget about him.
Did I touch your breast?
Oh, did I?
Just forget about him.
Did I touch your breast?
He's just having an interview and he like nudges this girl's boob and he's like, "Oh, did I touch your breast?"
You could have just said, "Oh, sorry." Or, you know,
No.
But I have the best arse in the band as well.
Yeah, sure, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, Steve had to say, "Well, that's true, yeah." So that's why I love Nico. He adds in so much fun stuff. But
He's a character.
Great. Anyway, so we have done Where Eagles Dare, Revelations, Flight of Icarus, Die with the Boots On, and The Trooper, which are the opening tracks of Peace of Mind.
oh, and what a
Great album,
yeah.
but we have to go to the next song, which is number 6, Still Life.
Take a look in the pool and what do you see? In the dark depths their faces beckoning me. Oh, I've never felt so strange, but I'm not going insane. I've no doubt that you think I'm off of my head. Oh, they drain my strength away. Oh, they're asking me to stay. Nightmares, spirits calling me. Nightmares, they won't leave me be.
Nice.
Mm.
I think that summed it up.
Yeah. It's a nice track.
It's very lovely.
Yes.
I love it.
Mm.
Ante, come on, talk, you motherfucker.
Getting harsh.
Oh my god, yeah. What do you think of this song, mate?
I like it. Slows it down. Placed well.
Oh,
we
okay.
always talk about placed like where it should be. Like
Yeah.
slowing it down a bit. I love that. It's like, all right, guys, I'm
I
gonna
see.
slow it down a bit.
Oh, okay.
And then I was a little bit surprised though with the intro vocals. Like it almost didn't sound like Bruce. Is my ears playing tricks?
Yeah, it's
Or
not
just,
Bruce. No, it's Nico.
Well, there you go. I didn't know that. Hang on. Or did you mention that before?
Yeah.
I wasn't
yeah.
listening.
No. But I didn't put into context that. Yeah, the intro of this song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I mixed it up with another song where he does an intro, right?
Yeah. So
that's
Yeah, the intro is this. So that is Nico doing an impression of what's his name? Idi Amin. It's like the Ugandan president or something like that, but reversed.
So what's he saying?
Oh, this is what it is in real time.
Oh, okay, cool.
What? Who said the thing with the 3 bonds? Good melody thing you won't understand.
So he burps right at the end. I think he says like, "Don't meddle with things you don't understand."
Yeah,
but he's doing it in a thick Ugandan accent.
Okay.
So it's problematic in these days, to do that. But like the reason why they did it is because of all the bullshit they had from Number of the Beast about the whole backwards messaging kind of thing.
Okay, so they're sticking it to the man.
Exactly, pretty much that. Yeah. But yeah, you like the song, right?
I do like the song.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about those vocals though.
Oh.
I don't know. For me, it was just my ears playing tricks. But when Bruce starts singing, it was like sounds a little bit different.
Oh, really?
Than usual. I
That's
don't know
interesting.
why. People might say, "Auntie, fuck off." What are you talking about?
Like
just that part in the
beginning right now.
when he's
This part. Oh yeah, because he's quite like breathy, isn't he?
Yeah, a little bit different for Bruce.
Okay, all right. I see what you mean a bit, yeah. Yeah, it's
Well,
not
maybe
like...
I just haven't heard him sing that way, right?
Exactly.
It's something
This is
new
probably the
for
first
me.
track where he's not just going, yay!
Right.
Yeah, you're right. He is doing quite... Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, so...
To me, it sounds like Bruce, but it's because I've got extensive, listening to his voice, right? So I know what you mean. Yeah, it is a bit different. Yeah.
And I probably only have one grope.
Okay.
About the
What's your
song.
grope?
My little grope. And, probably when it was recorded back then would have been cool, but the cheesy little peace of mind.
I fucking hate that part. All right.
That's about it.
Right.
Like-
This song is written by Dave Murray.
Yeah.
And the lyrics by Steve about drowning or some shit like that. Who knows? But yeah, Dave wrote the song. And Dave always starts songs, right, with a solo kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you always know it's Dave because it starts with like chords and then a solo over it. It's like, it's a Dave song. But this is a really good song he wrote. And my opinion, right, is that what can I say? This whole intro thing, after the Trooper, right, I'm up for a laugh. I understand what they're doing. They're just trying to have a laugh. They're a bunch of young guys having a laugh with the message at the front.
Yeah,
But for me, this song is so like atmospherical and really like, it builds up and then goes into, this part. That intro just kind of kills it.
Doesn't go, like,
Right?
yeah.
I understand what they're doing. I don't hate it. I still listen to it, but like, I think like this Still Life is not a song that a lot of people know.
Right.
But I think if they took the intro out of it and maybe not shoehorned in the give them peace of mind. Which sounds like it's recorded in like a toilet or something like that. And fuck it, I think it would be taken more seriously.
They all thought, oh, that sounds awesome.
Funny, right?
Yeah.
Because we know that the album was named like after because they were going to call it Food for Thought and then Peace of Mind. So like trying to shoehorn it in for like whatever reason, I just don't really like that.
Yeah.
And I just think this song is so good, and it just gets kind of like clipped at the heel just before it gets over the finish line by the intro and by that line, which makes it because like the intro, I love that. Like let me just play some things I like of it. like so atmospherical. And when Bruce comes in, he's doing that, this song deserves more respect than that intro for a joke.
Right.
You know what I mean? In my opinion, this is really beautiful, cool music. When he comes in now, it's just really Dave. This is Dave. That's Dave's kind of style, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I love that part, and then this lick.
Take a look
So like,
at the pool and what do you see?
Yeah.
I love that. Like good phrasing there, And like I said, Bruce sounds really cool on this song.
Yeah.
And like I said, I love their sense of humor in documentaries and things like that. But I think in the music, it just doesn't suit them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Like Maiden are weird because like if you look at the album covers, you're like, oh, they're into Middle Eastern stuff or ancient fucking Egypt, whatever.
Yeah.
But they're not like Manowar. Like
Right.
Manowar, like wearing it's like we are from the caveman era kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maiden are just blokes, and they just use the imagery.
Yeah.
And I just think that I'm up for humor, but it just doesn't suit them when they're trying. I either go all the way or not go. I like when Maiden do like funny songs.
Yeah.
But this song about drowning, where Bruce is singing really cool and there's amazing guitar licks on it, and they just kind of put this stupid intro in it, which is like, it just puts you on the mood. And
It just wasn't the song for it, was it?
right, yeah, exactly. It's the wrong song. They could have done it on any other ones, like of course not the first one, but it's just, I think that they could have put it on a different song, or maybe like not put it on their album.
Jokes are all about timing, man.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. And I still love the song really well a lot, but something about that, it just ruins the atmosphere. After the trooper, now. Like fucking hell, what are you doing there?
It's like laughing at a funeral.
Yeah, it should be like put at the end of the song, and at the end of this song as well. When they finish playing it, fucking, you can hear it on the mic drums. He's like fucking loud, it's great, kind of thing. It's really really cool. I love Dave playing his soul. It's pure Dave. This song is,
Yeah.
like the chorus as well sounds so different. Because it goes from like atmosphere to like nightmare. It's kind of like happy kind of chorus,
Really like
yeah.
It's that atmosphere is like if they were playing it live, all the lights
yeah,
would just
yeah,
go
yeah.
bang,
And
flames.
It's like, yeah, exactly. The harmony, right? Let's listen to it, right?
Oh, they drain my strength away. Oh, they're asking me to stay. Nightmares, spirits calling me. Nightmares, they won't leave me be. All my life's blood is slowly drained.
Okay, but now this is the one thing I want to talk about is that, of course, Maiden do choruses, but I've always felt, right, that Maiden use choruses, like most people use a verse to build up to a chorus.
Right.
But I've also Maiden have done the opposite in most of their songs. So, for example, that chorus is quite simple. Nightmare, but when it comes to the next verse, that's when you start feeling it. The Trooper. The chorus is really just giving you a break to impact you back into the next verse. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when the verse comes in, you're like, fucking, like, think about like Where Eagles Dare. Like that's the part you fucking rocking out to.
Yeah.
And the chorus, and when it goes back into the verses, that's where you're headbanging.
Yeah,
Where most bands like is building up to the chorus. I'd say Flight of Icarus is an exception to that song, but they purposely wrote that to be on the radio,
Yeah.
But this is an example of a song where the verse, like, listen to the chorus, right? Tell me that the set, like, it's a good chorus, but it's not like a euphoric thing.
Yeah.
But when it goes into the next verse now, that's when you start rocking out, And then this is the part where you're like, yeah. That part
Just chugs along.
right. And the second verse, like, let's fucking just do it. Okay, I'm loving this. Okay, yeah. Okay, if you have to. This whole section is fucking amazing.
Yep. Or as I like to call it, doogie 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 doo. Yeah.
This is like the Carpenter Brew, like last week, right?
Right,
This kind of thing,
right.
right? Build up, you know? Are you ready to go? Staccato. I'm telling you, the choruses are just a little like bouncy castle for you to bounce onto, to bounce into the fucking sky. So you can see this whole passage of music then was fucking awesome.
Yep.
And the chorus is the least interesting part
You're right.
for me.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you
Do
on
know what I
that. Yeah.
Even in the Trooper, the least interesting part is the chorus.
Right.
It's good, but it's like a
No, it's the breath. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
right? And that's why I think Maiden have always been different to a lot of bands because they just their verses are the meat, you know, the main part you want.
Mhm.
So that's why shoehorning in the "will give them peace
Peace
of
of
mind"
mind.
it's so fucking dumb. This song deserves more respect. And
I think you're right.
I don't blame them having a laugh and whatever. I don't mean to be a killjoy, but you know what I mean? Like, it just, this is not the song. This song is too good to get a fucking joke intro and a shoehorn title into the fucking lyrics, you know, just before an awesome musical part.
It's cheesy, right?
Right?
So that,
Like that whole section before he says "give me some mind," everything after that is fucking awesome.
right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the solos in this song are fucking awesome. But let's listen to Bruce's opinion.
One of my favourite songs on the album is Still Life. Atmospheric and dark, it deals with themes familiar to many of Steve's songs. Fear, powerlessness, betrayal, and inescapable prophecies. Unless I'm very much mistaken, Iron Maiden don't do love songs. The closest any of us get is melancholy or anger at lost love or love destroyed. Closet psychologists, eat your heart out.
Yes, and there's none of that colourful language that you bring to this bloody podcast.
I
Keep on your own
apologise.
podcast. Anyway, I think it's a great fucking song. I love listening to Still Life. I think it's one of the best songs on the album, but because it's so different. Dave wrote it, you know. Dave Murray,
that's
man.
a hard call too. Like to say it's one of the best. Like
I think it's one of the best.
amongst
yeah,
it.
right.
no,
You know. I think as a just an interesting song.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Where Eagles Day is just a fucking awesome riff and just awesomeness.
Yeah.
Revelations, you know, that's another different sounding song because Steve didn't write all the songs. That's why it's interesting about this album is that, you know, I think almost half is not written by Steve, you know, solely.
It's very interesting, right?
Right, it's cool and it is interesting.
But it's still nice to know everyone knows what they're doing.
Yes.
This is Maiden.
Yeah.
It's still got that this is Maiden feel,
Exactly.
right?
Steve wants people to write, but at the same time, he's like, all right, if you know, I'm turning my bass up if I didn't write it. And also, here's a Trooper, by the way. Oh, nice. That's pretty good.
I suppose.
Yeah. You know, he's dropped that. He's like, yeah, job done. What have you got? Revelations. Oh, that's pretty good, isn't it? You know?
Let's play his next.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Steve, you gotta respect the man for dropping these amazing songs on his album.
I would have been in that meeting. Like if I wrote something, it's like,
Yeah.
So again, track placement. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, don't put mine after Trooper.
No, right? And even that, you know, right after the Trooper, and they put a fucking joke intro in it, and it's like, oh, it just ruins the mood. Like, that's why I think this album would be one of the best for many people, and for a lot of people, it is their favorite album.
Yeah,
But for me, it's not one of my favorites because, like, it just gets broken up by the stupid intro and like the peace of mind thing, and like I said, it's just picky stuff here.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
if I'm being honest with myself, the intro, it doesn't bother me, but it does take me out of the mood, you know? What
No,
I mean?
that's fair enough. Yeah.
And
yeah.
the peace of mind line does make it not as good for me, you know? If they took it out of it, you know, I would enjoy it more. Up until now, I love every song. I
Right.
love everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking great. Still Life deserves more respect. More respect.
Respect Still Life, man.
Yeah. But you just, you know, how can you do it when it starts off with that bloody intro? There's a guy burping in reverse. Burping in reverse. What a great band. That's a great band name.
That could work.
Oh, there is a band called Falling in Reverse, though. And like the guy just uses laptops for everything, and he's like, "Fuck you, it's 2024." It's really funny. What's his name? Ronnie Radke. He went to jail or something. Do you know that guy?
That rings a bell, that name.
Yeah, his name is Ronnie Radke. He's actually quite interesting. He's in a band called how is his band? he quit the band, went to jail.
What do you do?
I don't know. Someone died in his house, or it was something like that.
Shit.
But he did go to jail, and then he came out and did his Falling in Reverse band, which got really big.
Yeah.
And he's really like vocal, and he's like, "Fuck you, I don't give a shit." We use laptop. Oh, he cancelled. That's right. He cancelled a whole show at somewhere because their laptops got stolen.
I did hear
You
about
remember that? Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understand both sides of it because I'm like, yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you want to see a live show, but this kind of music that they're playing, they need the laptop because everything is like, I don't know if you know this, right? But like a lot of shows now, everything is on a time code connected to like what we're doing right now. I'm recording this to Logic Pro.
Yep.
So everything would be on. It's called a clock. You know,
Mm-hmm.
coded to the clock. Like if I wanted to, I could code for a sound effect to play at a certain time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
in time with the beat or whatever. Of course, you can't do it on a podcast, but in playing live, for example, I've had my friend and I, we do practices in this room right now.
Yeah.
We do everything. We don't even have to touch a button because I can program my amp to change when it hits a bar to another sound.
Okay.
So all I got to focus on the playing. So the whole gig, all I'm focusing on is playing the song and not worrying about what button I got to press on the amp next, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's all time synced to, you know, the beat of the thing, which is really convenient for practicing and things like that. A lot of these bands now are playing like that. Maiden to do that because they're old school, you know. And they got they wanted 3 guitar players. Steve always wanted 3 guitar because he wanted to do these kind of things that these guys can't do. So that everything's not just the music, the whole pyro, the lights, the video is all connected to the clock. So if the laptops are gone, everything's
Well,
blocked.
yeah, you can't do. Man, yeah.
And at the same time, it's like people are going to the show, they're expecting the show that they usually get. And if they didn't get it, it just dilutes the band. So it actually makes more sense to cancel the show because you're saving face, you know?
Right.
Like imagine you have a date, right? And then you get like a massive spot on your nose. And you're like, well, if I just pretend I'm sick right now, it's much less damage than going to the fucking gate with like, hello.
Someone's just looking at you.
You know what I mean? You know?
What are you looking at?
It's damage
Stop
control.
it.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that kind of thing. But at the same time, the art of like live music is going, you know, because there's all these elements. But at the same time, man, if you've seen a band, I've been there because I used to do it, a band that's playing with tracks, with like the strings and extra like boomer, like bangs on certain parts. When they play with another band who don't have that, they sound thin as fuck and they just not sound as good.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden have 3 guitar players for a fucking reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got to fill out that fucking sound. And I know, of course, I want to see a band play live, but at the same time, they can focus on performing and actually engaging with the crowd instead of just looking at the fucking pedal board the whole time and worrying about what to change, you know? So it's up and down, you know? But yeah, that guy's interesting. Anyway.
Oh, what, did I touch your breast?
Sorry, I love that one. Okay, next song. Quest for Fire. So I kept the solos in it because I love the solos in this song.
That solo's fucking awesome.
Did you notice anything about the beginning?
Oh yeah, I noticed it.
That's how it sounds on the
That's it,
album.
really?
That's exactly taken from the album.
It's probably how it should sound.
So yeah, mate. Before Wikipedia, there was Iron Maiden.
Yes.
If you wanted your information about a film or a historical event, just turn on an album. Steve watched the film, wrote about the film, not poetically or anything like that. You know, just what happened. Typical Steve. Inspired by a film about some cavemen looking for fire. And now, I know Steve didn't do that well in school, judging by his accent. Sorry. I mean, it's very hypocritical since I am a Welsh yokel. But I think he was an architect or something like that, so I think he was educated. Sorry, Steve. But anyways, not smart enough to know that cavemen and dinosaurs did not exist together. Now, I've seen Bruce talk about how embarrassed he was to sing these lyrics.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
And I don't blame him.
I don't, man. We've talked about this a few times, right?
Yeah.
Leading up to this.
So we've been leading up to this for a while, right?
We have.
The dinosaur song.
That's what it is for me. Too.
So I know you'd heard the build up of this. Now, be honest, right? Does it bother you that much?
I'm going to say, like, musically, it's a good song.
Right.
I will say it's not my favorite song on the album.
Yep.
But that really does turn you off, like, right at the start.
Exactly.
It's like,
right. Yeah.
it's like, well, hang on, this is going to be cool.
Yeah.
In an age when what the
dinosaurs?
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's the line dinosaurs roamed, and then the scream goes when he just goes.
Yeah.
It's like so. What the fuck, Bruce? Like now, of course, Steve wrote this song, and Steve, Bruce is just doing what Steve fucking wants.
Yeah.
Now, I would say that he didn't. This whole first part, it just didn't nail it.
No.
Now, maybe like Steve, maybe stay up a little bit later and watch another film and write another song. Fucking hell. I did watch this film years ago, and I was like, for fuck's sake, Steve, don't worry about this piece of shit. Well, I mean,
was it inspiring for you?
No, it's just terrible. There's no dinosaurs in the fucking film either.
There must have been just a lull of good stuff on at the time, maybe. I don't know. Nothing good to watch.
But even if he just wrote, I think the book doesn't have dinosaurs either. It can't have it if it's cavemen. There's no way.
And he's just sitting there going, "Oh, I need something else." Say,
yeah.
Oh, dinosaurs.
Oh, any fucking line. I mean, musically, it's fucking awesome. Like that whole. I love the solos in this song. It's fucking.
Kind of sea shanty-ish.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
It is crossing into that, let's go hunting for Jaws music, But Steve really put fucking Bruce in a shitty place here. Right?
In the age when megalodons roamed the sea.
Right, And, this is really common in, Iron Maiden lore that, people make fun of this song, whatever. But the line and then the scream, which it just sounds like he forgot the lyrics and just went to know what. Okay, and Bruce taking it down. In an age where dinosaurs walk the earth. I don't know. What the fuck was it? Like you forgot about it. It's only that part that it's goes that.
Yeah.
And the reason why I don't like this song for a few reasons, right? Is like actually I do like the song, sorry, but I got a bad taste in my mouth. I remember recommending Maiden to a friend, right? And I tell him to listen to this album. I've been listening to it on my iPod, not on shuffle, just like there. And I'd finished Still Life. And I give it to him like, listen to this. He wanted to listen to email. Oh, okay, listen to this. And after Still Life is this fucking song. So he puts it on, and I didn't, I couldn't hear what he was listening to, but he just took off the fucking earphone. He's like, nah. I was like, what? He's like, I was like, what? He's like, nah. What the fuck was that? And I was like, no. All right, go back a few songs. He's like, no, I'm not about enough. He wouldn't listen to them anymore.
Like, no, listen again.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, no.
It's like that Seinfeld episode when the woman walks in.
Oh yeah.
I was in the pool.
Yeah, he was in the pool. Yeah. Exactly like that, I was like, for God's sake, if you just went back a few more songs, you'd be fine. And the song is actually really good if you just get past that one line and the scream.
No, musically, it's great. Just,
And it's a needless line.
Dinosaurs.
Like, what about like, in a time where men were merely savages? Something like that.
Right.
Anything. You do one.
Fuck, don't put me on the spot. I already did have one. When Megalodons range the seas.
Yeah. In an age where Megalodons reign the sea. Well, we can't have any dinosaurs. The whole point is there's no dinosaurs.
Yeah, I know. Just put
you were just as bad.
Sea shanty-ish.
Whatever. Anyway, but like I said, people have a laugh in the song, but once again, this is cool. Let's listen more. This is fucking cool. This part is cool. And then when it goes to the verse, it is a bit, I know what you mean. Yeah, this part. Let's go get yours! Arr! For fuck's sake, Chris. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I forgot what the lyrics are. I'm protected. Steve's bass creeps fucking way up in this song. Listen to this shit. Oh, wait a minute. No. Listen to the chorus first. This is a good chorus.
Yeah.
Oh, that bass is very good. A little high, but it's good. I like that chorus. And I always thought it was join my quest for fire, but I think it's joined by quest.
Oh, okay, that works.
What does it sound like to you? Is it joined? Is it joined by quest of fire or join my?
I think it's by.
Right?
Yeah,
Joined by quest. I also was my. I always get fucking lyrics wrong. That's why I'm embarrassed to sing I made it sometimes.
That's not a bad one though. Could be
That's
worse.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
And the solos are fucking sick, man. Listen to this shit. Oh. So much feel in these solos. See, I love those solos because two of them, none of them are like just doing too much, random legato stuff. There's a lot of feel in those solos.
No, in that one too, and it sounded like really just nice, clean.
Exactly,
right?
yeah, really clean. Just like the melodies there, and it's very, very good. But but listen how fucking Steve's bass creeps up. It's way too fucking loud.
Yep. You can really hear that.
It's really loud, right? Right, yeah. But in that one, the mix is pretty good because the guitars are playing. It's not blocked, in the way of the guitars, but it's still like, come on, man, it's so fucking loud. They're way too loud in the song. And yeah, so like, let me be honest, right? I think this song is really fun to play on bass.
I'd say it would be.
So. I think Steve is just not bothered by the lyrics. He's just like, fuck it, this song is so fun to play. I don't give a shit. Sing with dinosaurs you can. And overall, great melodies. Like, there's so many cool melodies in the song. The chorus, it's just a lot of like singy, hummy things, Bruce sings the fuck out of it. He does do his best, man.
Bland Bruce sings the
Bland
crap
Bruce.
out of it.
Bland Bruce. Bruce Bland. Really fucking sings it out. But like the bass and drums are awesome. The whole band is fucking sick as fuck. And it's just like, Steve, just watch a different film.
Right.
And it's fine. And this would be really high up there, I think I would say it is one of the weaker songs on the album, but it's made
after that run though, it's kind of like it's bound to happen kind of thing, right?
Yeah, but it's still great, but it's just that first, that line puts people off, and it
does, man.
Like Maiden are cheesy sometimes, right? But they never go into like dinosaurs, like the cheesiest they get is like, saying like, there's a joke, because Bruce is always saying, is it a dream? Oh my God, it's a dream. Like, it's fantastical, but it's not like in the space, doing crazy shit like that. But it's quite down to earth. They're not quite like Manowar.
yeah.
But they are cheesy in little elements. But it's enough cheese where you're like, this is
I was about to say, I've always found it the right amount of cheese.
Exactly, I agree. Maiden is the right amount of cheese, but this is just way too much. That line, it just automatically just comes like, what? What did he say? Did
he do it on purpose? Like, right, fucking dinosaurs. Here you go.
I don't know.
Fit that in.
He could have come up with another line.
Yeah, right at the start.
Yeah,
like,
right at the start. But and it's, fact based. It's not very fact based, and
Hmm.
it's not even in the fucking movie. It's not in the book either. So Steve, what are you fucking doing?
Get an F on your project.
Is he trying to show Bruce up? What do you reckon? Trying to make Bruce a fool?
That's what I was thinking. Did he? Go on. Sing about dinosaurs, motherfucker.
Yeah. Somebody asked Bruce next time he has a Q&A. Do you think Steve was trying to take the piss out of you? Trying to bring you back down to earth? Big boots, fucking fight Icarus. I'll teach you to time you the fucking tempo.
I want to be up the front of the stage.
Anyway, but it's funny because I honestly think that a lot of Iron Maiden's success depends on what was on TV, BBC Two on Thursday nights. You know what I mean? Like, fucking whichever film Steve happened to see, that's ending up as the lyrics, you know? So you hope for God it's not but something terrible. But in this case, it was something quite terrible. And Bruce did a fucking awesome job. The band do a great job playing the music, but fair dues, Bruce, man. You had a lot to work with there.
Yeah. Do you think Nico was all right with that? It was very, like, just kind of just one beat throughout the whole...
Pretty much, yeah. I think Nico is a professional drummer, so, like...
Well, he does put his interesting feels and stuff
he does do
in
the
there,
films,
so-
whatever, but I think he understands, like, there's a difference between being a drummer and being able to play the drums. So being a drummer is knowing when to do that and knowing what your job is and then building on that,
That's
rather
right.
than
Yeah.
people who just want to play the fun stuff and then, like, bass player is a good one, because, like, people want to play, like, licks, you know, people want to be like Tool and play fucking Shizam, and like, yeah, well, you
Yeah.
need to lay down the bass a bit, you know, and not play the same as the guitar, even though Maiden do kind of do that.
Yeah.
But, like, you know what I mean? Like, knowing what the job is first before you can do anything about it. So I think Nico's fine with that
He's
kind
fine,
of stuff.
yeah.
You know, yeah. And in later modern Maiden now, he plays the same beat all the time anyway, so whatever.
Probably better off for him.
Yeah, but I think this is two examples of songs that could just have had a little bit more care, a little bit more of, like, someone saying, Steve,
Bit of tweakage.
yeah, a little bit, you know, and I think they suffer from it, even though without the dinosaur line and Peace of Mind,
Yeah.
I think this album is really hard to beat.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about the next two songs next time.
Mhm.
The final part, which will be
Ooh.
next time, which will
Coming to the
be,
end.
yes, Sun and Steel, which is the name of one of the Japanese sake that they made. They have a beer line, alcohol line, Sun and Steel, which is a sake and beer, I guess, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, you know, it's...
I haven't drank that one. I've
Yeah.
only drank the Trooper.
Oh yeah, that's I have the bottles here. I don't drink, so
Yeah.
I haven't drunk them, but
I drank it and
Yeah.
then took it home.
I
It's
see,
like,
I see. Yeah. No, I just kept them over there. And yeah, you know, these next two songs are, well, we'll talk about it next time. But I think up until now, those two songs, the album's been fucking hard to beat, man. It's just kill a track, and then, like, I think a little bit more care could have been put into it.
That's it.
Someone, who knows whose decision it was to put that intro in.
Right.
I don't know, because it doesn't seem like, you know, Steve's up for a laugh, but maybe they were fighting him for that or something, or I don't know. But he does seem, in interviews, Steve does seem annoyed by the whole, like, you're a devil worshipper thing.
Right.
So
yeah.
maybe it was his idea. But I still listen to the song. I never turn it off. I was just laugh at the dinosaur, because it's one of those things where, like, I think I've never been a person that's comfortable recommending Iron Maiden, because I know that it's just not everyone's cup of tea. They are like a Marmite band of, like, you either love them or you hate them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help when you, like, go, by the way, listen to this song, Still Life. It's really, really good. Ignore the intro.
Yeah.
It's just stupid, you know. And by the way, the next one, ignore the dinosaur
Exactly.
line.
Well, they're not the tracks you're going to go to for someone. It's just like, listen to this, right?
No, but they could have been.
They could have been.
They could have
yeah,
been.
yeah.
You know, there's a lot of songs that, you know, songs get lost in the shuffle on albums all the time.
Yeah.
But I think in Number the Beast, I mean, almost every track is quite known by a lot of people.
Mhm.
You know, there's a lot of big songs like Hallowed Be Thy Name. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Number the Beast, everyone knows it. Run to the Hills, everyone knows that.
Mhm.
Even like Geisha Avenue, people know that quite well. But on this album, everyone knows the Trooper.
Mhm.
Some people know Flight of Icarus.
Yeah.
And everything else is only like the fans know them, you know?
That's
even
true, yeah.
though this album, I would say, sounds great mix wise, you know, besides Steve's bass being up a bit loud sometimes.
Which just happens.
Yeah, but it is great. And it's just these small little, like I said, this album is them not quite smashing it, but still doing better than anyone else has ever done before them.
Oh shit, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, these songs are fucking insanely good. Very well written songs and tight and just gets to the point. Good melodies, good choices of phrasing, everything you want. Really enjoyable album.
Dude, after going through, like I said, those first few tracks, there was bound to be a little bit of a lull. But,
of course.
And for people that are listening, though, like, these are real minor things, right?
Yeah, they're really minor. Like we got to talk about them because the whole thing is that I'm trying to like express to you as well that the what Maiden, like long-time Maiden fans think, and a lot of people they're not bothered by it. I'm not bothered by it in the fact that I think, oh, I gotta turn it off, but I can't ignore that I don't think it's a good choice.
Yeah.
Everything in music and anything you do is choices, your choices, creative choices. They creatively chose to put an intro to Still Life. And for me, it just kills the vibe after the Trooper.
Yeah.
Going into really cool, atmospherical. Another song that sounds like about what it is about, like a pool drowning. It sounds amazing. And then the peace of mind. They didn't need that at all. And then
right.
And
Just
the
takes
dinosaur.
you out.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then the dinosaur. Even that melody is quite like, I don't know. It's not that good, is it? But then the chorus is good. Joined by quest, and then just awesome riffs, cool melody. It's fucking awesome, but it just you can't ignore those things, which brings it down. Even like Run to the Hills has lines like white man came across the sea, but it's it's not cheesy in the way that because oh, that's true, that did happen, and he's singing in a good way. But that awkward melody of in a time when it's like what I mean? It's just awkward.
Yeah. No,
it's really awkward.
No, it's hard as well because like I said, they're such good tracks.
So good,
this is what we kind of nitpick on, right?
I know. Even like if Steve Harris vomited at 3 a.m. in the morning after a night out, I'm pretty sure I'd be like, yeah, actually that vomit is pretty good. Actually, you could still use that. That vomit is better than most other shit that's going out here. So the standard that Maiden have for me, in their music is so high that when it's something so high, you notice those small little things which make you go, oh, it's almost perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's already still great enough that it doesn't bother you.
Still gets a pass, right?
Exactly. And it's funny because I right now this whole podcast is just Maiden banter.
Yeah.
But I really I want to enjoy these songs more, and but I do I do notice them, and it does pull me out a little bit. So like watching a film where someone's in a film where you them, like Adam Sandler has that problem, right?
Yeah.
When you watch Adam Sandler in a serious film, you're like, okay, where's the joke coming? You're waiting for it.
Yeah, with the last film that I saw, I was like,
anything?
There's nothing funny in this.
Right? So you got to listen to it again, and then when I listen again, I'm like, oh, okay, I appreciate it, but at the same time, you can't forget that moment.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's finish up the album next week, and I think what we'll do then, mate, is because I did some YouTube stuff today, I thought we'll talk about what we'll do is we'll finish up this album, and then we'll take a break between the next album.
Yeah.
Give us some time to listen to it. So I thought what we'll do is let's talk about some other Iron Maiden media that's on the net.
Ooh,
some other podcasts.
Good. Yeah.
Some other some cool channels about Maiden. So let's check those out.
All right. Sounds
Give
good.
a little break, a buffer between the next album.
Nice.
And then we'll get there. But next week we're gonna do Sun and Steel and To Tame a Land, aka Dune. Good timing. Dune 2 is out.
I was thinking about that, right?
Right.
You couldn't plan this.
No,
right?
it's kind of interesting, right?
From when we started, and then Dune 2 is just like coming out now.
I know. And the song was originally called Dune, but the guy
Frank Herbert got
hated Iron Maiden, so fuck you. So they call it To Tame a Land. Are you a Dune fan?
I am now.
Oh, okay. Well, let's keep it for next week.
Hey.
We gotta, milk this podcast as much as we can.
That's it, man.
Because right now, this album is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, you just gotta say it's fucking awesome. Shut up.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Pretty much, man. Yeah.
But guess what? I will not sit down.
Because there's dinosaurs involved.
Just forget about him.
Did I touch your breast?
No, you didn't, Nico. But we shall catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Take it easy, guys.
Goodbye, everybody. It's been nice to see you.